is dead, which means the mother of that boy is equally a good Sakamaje, just like Yomi, who will be bribing her and be giving her a sum of money every month to allow you to endanger your child in the line of fire. Police station everywhere, giving people an insight, an indication of your location. You are on that bloody thing. You can tell us, even if you're on VPN. Come out, Boguntinyoni or IT and VPN. If they want to get you, they will bloody well get you. You think if Nigerian police want to know your location, you will say you are using VPN? Are you serious? They will get the hell out of your ass. Especially the same idiot that goes to the police station. All they need to do is give him gala to eat or give him meat pie to eat. The idiot will eat the beacon. The beacon that will allow them to know where he is. He would have eaten it in the meat pie. Are you telling me I'm a #1 criminal on this OJ of IT? And we put that beacon inside the gala. You will eat the gala.
IT, can you please help me unblock somebody, please?
No. Can I even do it? Who is that person? Let me see if I can do it.
Yes, you can do.
That means the person is come and misbehave on this platform. Go on.
First lady, right there.
No, I remember that lady. I think she...
Yeah, she's a quiet one, though.
She came to know she had a shenanigan with First Lady, I'm sure. Let me see if I can find her. Can I find her?
She came on your ranting time, I guess. And she was interjecting.
She really came to misbehave. And for me, I give you all the chances in the world because I am not fighting anybody. But, just like the lady the last time, remember?
Yeah.
Your other friend? Yeah, but I didn't block her. I just had to sort of I love to iron things out there and then.
They just don't know Uni, my darling, from the other room. How many men do I have on this platform, sir?
Maybe, I don't know how I can unblock. I don't know where I need to go to, but First Lady, I'm sure I can remember that. Because this one, when you live, you can find them. But if you want to go into their profile, let me try again. Maybe she's joined now. I think I sent her an invite.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that will unblock the account. But I won't forget. I will just you can just DM me, then I will remember. Yeah, I mean, normally people will come and disturb your platform. They will curse you and all that kind of stuff. I don't even mind the cursing. If you're not disturbing the panelists or disturbing people in the comment section and all that, I mean, we just need to be civil. Sometimes I will try as much as possible to moderate. I have few people in the background doing it, just 2 people. I'd rather even do it on my own, but it doesn't matter. DM me and I will. African TV, over to you now. It's your turn. You gotta speak now because you disappeared at some point. Do you know your background? You need to do the rejigging to turn the text the other way around so that we can see African TV. We've seen it.
I need to. Yeah, I know it's backwards. I don't know how to do that. I'll find out. Maybe somebody out there can tell me. Paparano perhaps can tell me.
Paparano should be able to assist.
Yeah.
I just saw a lady.
So what? Yeah. Sorry that I came down a bit just a little while ago because my battery died and I'm actually on about maybe 20% recharge. But that should do for this program. Now, this is what I was saying. I was happy when Aristocrat talked about doing a program on all the people that destroyed justice for Mohbad. Those people who come out now to confess about their involvement while evil was permeating the environment. There was a time, and I call this your program Chronicles of Justice for Mobile. As I listened to you today, I laughed, I cried, and you took me through a lot of memories that were both good and bad. Wolves in sheep's clothing, people that you thought were realistically
We
looking
carry on
for
African
justice.
TV. Can we just take this to 45K, please, people?
All right.
Okay, carry on African TV.
Yeah. So everybody, please tap, tap, tap. Programs like this, people really need to listen to. I wish you had like 1,000 people right now, because what you've done today, IT man, jokes apart and friendship apart, is awesome. You've been able to any logical thinking person would see the wolves, what they are today, and the period that they were playing us. People like Aries, who came out bodaciously claiming that she destroyed the relationship between me and Joseph Aloba. Now, I know half of it was a lie, but the other half is just as bad as saying you destroyed everything that Justice for Mobile could have had in a positive light. Because I remember when people like Aries came in contact with the foundation, she was briefly in my foundation because Baba Mobile referred her to me. And when I look at people like that, boasting how they destroyed good ideas and positive ways just to foster their own, I don't even want to say materialistic, I don't know what they are after. Then you listen to people like Andy, all these guys like Buzzman, who else? Crunchy Queen, and unfortunately the saddest part for me is somebody like Chairman and Crunchy Queen, because they came out like people with good intention. But what I see and what Aristocrat brought to mind today is the fact that you guys were all in the background while evil was taking place. Most of us were being deceived. You were engineering Joseph Aloba to what he has become today. These are the people, if we really want to call a spade, the Buzzman, the Yeye Kudi, the Funky Grace, all these people that had relationship or close contact with Joseph Aloba, that they could not stand up and tell him, Joe Bad, this is not the way things are supposed to be done. And if you ask me personally, they gave Joe Bad the monstrous characteristics that he has today. Yes, everybody's got a little bit of evil in them, but it takes something or somebody or situations to bring it out. And they actually sat with Joe Bad, deceiving the rest of the world, and they created a monster out of Joe Bad. And today they are coming out, backstabbing each other, name calling each other, confessing against ech other. And for me, what Aristocrat said, I've said this before, especially when they first started coming out. I disassociate myself from the GoFundMe. I don't want that, and all this stupidity. When we were crying that we did not need GoFundMe, you guys did not listen. You peddled it. You went around pushing it. And what does that mean? It means you agreed. But today you want to castigate the GoFundMe. Today you want to backstab the monster that you all created. You all created this man. You all went behind African TV. Half of them came from the foundation. Half of them had Zoom meetings with me and Joe Bad. Half of them thought they had the blueprint. They stole the idea and they went and pitched it to Joe Bad. But you can never be as good as what God did not give you. You came with an evil intent. Some of them wanted just to know Joe Bad. They just wanted to be friends. They, groupies. And once they had his phone number, they had contact, they started forming meetings and alliances against all the good ideas. And look where it got us. It's got us nowhere. So yes, aristocrat, thank you. I've said that before and I'm supporting it. We need to have a real program where we can analyze all these characters that are associated with Joe Bad and turn them into a monster. So you coming out today telling me he stole 2 million, he stole 60 million, you were part of it. You were all part of his evil plot, or most of you even probably placed the evil ideas on his mind. Look at this funky snare. When I was saying I didn't want Joe Bad to sing, he went behind, signed 70-30 with Joe Bad, and blackmailed me and betrayed me, and he stabbed me and became friends. I gave him Joe Bad to speak to on the phone. I introduced Joe Bad to him, and he did the 70-30 thing. He makes songs cocolicious about me. But look, what happened today? Now he's the Ewedu man. He's now fighting with Joe Bad. They are now each other's nightmare. And this is where I say karma is real. Karma is real. Karma is real, Now they are enemies. But Joe Bad came out and said a lie against me that I stole his cocoa. And I believe, if I try to remember, that same funky snare went on Joe Bad's platform to castigate me, and Joe Bad collaborated with him. But today, what's going on? Who's laughing? I'm laughing at them. Every time he sings about Joe Bad, every time Joe Bad talks about him, I'm laughing. I'm like, look at these numbnuts. Look at these evil people. You thought you could destroy original plan. Yes, maybe I could have done a whole lot of good for Justice for Mohbad, but I've got my peace, and I've learned what Nigerians are in a better way. I've learned that most Nigerians cannot be trusted, and not every Nigerian, but most of us, we are like crab race. We want to pull each other down, and we need to stop that. We need to stop that. If it's not your idea, it doesn't mean you have to fault it or down it or destroy somebody else's idea. The best thing you can do is be original, do your own thing, and perhaps God will bless your hustle. So again, yes, it's a good program to look into, because if we look into the characters that are on Justice for Mohbad, if we really take the time out, like it was suggested today again by Aristocrat, the newcomers, because every day new people are joining Justice for Mohbad, it will help them to understand how not to fall into the traps that we fell into. Like me, I was open to everybody. I was 100% open. I had no inclination on how to eliminate people, because I thought this was a matter of justice for Nigeria, justice for a boy that was killed. It was a matter of paternity.
Sorry, African TV, make una type out. Take us to let's say 50K. Reason being, because we've been active for hours. If we're not showing love, they can take this offline. So it's not me. Let's take it to 50K. African TV, carry on.
Yeah, so as I was saying,
I hate about this is to be doing quiz, and the moment you are doing quiz, it means that your people are not active. So show love, tap. Carry on, African TV.
Thank you. Yeah, please tap. Let's get people to hear this. For me, I was in this movement with the mindset that a lot of boys in America, where I live most of my life, and Europe, a lot of men go to jail for not paying child support. So this case coming around paternity fraud or DNA was very important on my list. Like, let's find out if the baby belongs to Mohbad. So my mind was open. The foundation is to help provide free DNA for all Nigerians. Like we had this idea that we would bring a DNA center to Lagos and maybe Abuja, and people would come in, and before you give the baby a name, you would know if the baby belongs to you. You know, so my mind was open, receptive to everybody. But I'm surprised, and even up to today, I'm still thinking, how could people really have evil mind to come in, try to steal the blueprint, run to Jobad, and try to cut us out, and think they can do it on their own. Now, the point is, all of you, what has he gotten you? Where did he get you?
Oh, hold on, I want to respond to one of my people, Mayor 25. I'm sure I've had you on my platform before. You said you can't provide free healthcare to Nigerians, now free DNA. Let me tell you, the issue DNA is having in Nigeria. You go to Nigeria, pay women in Nigeria, pay them 5K a time for every child, and tell me how many women will come out for you to do DNA, right? The paternity situation in Nigeria, the rogue aspect of it is beyond imagination. And we know this is an issue. It's a dangerous issue. And it's almost every day that shenanigans will happen in families, and you find out that either one or two is not yours, or the entire 4 or 5 is not yours. So we need to be careful when we say these things of people going, you can't give free healthcare. Can you person that is saying you can't give free healthcare, is it African television that will give Nigerians free healthcare? Or is it no Asiwaju Tinubu that built Lagos? Your president that robbed the entire ballot box? Is it not him that should even tell us why every time is fighting profusely, he gets on the plane to go to Paris for them to shoot torchlight into his behind to see what's in there while he's fighting day in, day out? Let's be useful to ourselves. If free DNA is offered right now in Nigeria, you tell me the percentage of women in the entire nation will come and queue up to come and tell you that they want to take free DNA. So when we see things that are wrong in our society, things that are right to a point of no return, to a point of correction, otherwise the next generation will either not even do us a favor and want to engage. We can come up.
12,000 in charger to ti blow see.
We can come up. Don't come and castigate African television here. Is that enough of the castigation? If you've got something to say about this DNA thing and you think it's wrong, because for what it's worth, on this course, the DNA is still in a limbo. Wumi will say it's Baba. Baba will say it's Wumi. And we know where we are. And I don't care whose fault it is. And I will say, for what I know till today, it's Joseph Aloba that is stalling the process. So yeah, when you say you can't provide free healthcare to Nigeria, now free DNA, can you, what else can you, Mayor 25, provide to Nigeria? You can only tap on social media and come up the panel. There's nothing else you two can do to make a difference to lives of people in Nigeria. Try 250 million people. Whatever is going on in Burkina Faso, believe what you want to believe. Whether it's really making this difference or not, we don't even bloody know. Because everything on this black app is made up. Whereabouts? I love the Burkina Faso thing, but I'm very careful what I repost. I will have to see something. I will have to Google it. I will have to fact check it. A lot of it are made up. So even if we want
IT, bring this mayor guy up. Bring Mayor guy up.
I've already put in. It's someone who's engaged on my platform. I think it's a lady, and I think she's a nurse, and she's been on my platform before. I mean,
yeah, let's talk about the DNA for a minute. Mayor,
carry on.
when I said I want to part of the program on Justice for Mobile, the foundational idea was to provide DNA, and if you don't understand the whole premises of people fighting for justice for Mohbad, then let us educate you that no matter what we do, not you, not IT, none of us can bring Mohbad back. Get that, put that down. Now, but what we can do is use Mohbad's experience to change certain norms in our society. One of those norms is the idea of women sleeping around and giving false children to their men. Now, there is a video that is trending recently in the past week. A lady with 3 babies, and this is even in Europe or somewhere abroad, I believe, I want to think, where the man did DNA without the knowledge of the wife, or the wife, yes, because they were married, and he came home with the result that the 3 children do not belong to him. And what is the response of this lady? She was abusive, she was attacking, she was fighting, she broke the TV set in the house. Why she got caught giving 3 babies, not 1, not 2, 3 to a man. Now, I think someone like you, Mayor, may need to understand the degeneration, the degenerate state of that lady's mind. You are caught and you still have the audacity to insult, to fight, to abuse. No remorse. So, how does this concern justice for Mohbad? Justice for Mohbad having an element of possible paternity fraud gives us the opportunity to cry, to save men from this doom, and also to correct our women, to let them know that you can't get away with it. And as God gives me life, look at me, African TV, as God gives me life, I'm still going to provide, and I've done, but on a larger scale, I'm going to provide free DNA to Nigerians. You love it or you hate it. Now, going by your statement that we don't have free health care in Nigeria, I'm not crying about free health care in Nigeria, not on this topic, not on this platform, not in this regard. Nothing wrong with free health care in Nigeria. We need it. But the free health care for me starts from DNA. Now, if it comes to giving free insulin or free metformin, we will do it. But right now, because I'm involved in justice for Mohbad, and DNA is an element of justice for Mohbad, I'm still calling out to well-wishers. If you live in abroad and you have a way of providing us with a free DNA kit so we can help men and boys, you're welcome to DM me. So now back to the subject matter, unless Mayor wants to come up and defend their position.
Let me just drop
No,
one
no,
thing.
hold on. IT, before African
No,
TV, I just want to add something.
just give me a minute. Just give me a minute. We've spoken about this earlier. There are 2 sides to this DNA, which has made the whole situation complicated. One aspect of it obviously has to do with Mohbad's estate, and that would be Joseph Aloba and the rest of the Cynthia clan dealing with their shenanigans. The other aspect of it is the notion that Obelegushi could have been instrumental into collusion with Cynthia to the buying of Mohbad. Now, that is a notion. And regardless of what you do and how you say it, 18, 19 months later, Obelegushi became part of the conversation again. And we discussed it already today. There is one aspect to do with the family that has absolutely nothing to do with us. Since the inception, there is the other aspect to actually got the public talking. Could it be the real father of the child colluded with Cynthia to buy Mohbad? That is not going to go away. So DNA is needed regardless. And I would have loved the DNA for the child to be Mohbad's child, so that Joseph Aloba can walk with his tail between his legs and actually know that it is a child that will inherit the legacy of his father. I would loved that to be the case, but there is also aspect of it where even Joseph Aloba himself asserted that he was a concubine that pied his son, and that if the DNA is done, he will tell us who pied his son. So let's wake up and understand those three elements, and let's make sure that every time DNA is welcome, do not shoot the messenger. Think and think again that initially when African television came up with this notion, it was the fact that there was a suspicion that it could be the father of that son, that guy that pied Mohbad. So we're not going to get away from that. And we're going to talk about it. And if you don't like listening to it, delete yourself, block IT guy, so that when we're talking about DNA, you don't have to listen to it, because I'm not asking you to come to this platform. And if the DNA discussion is not to your taste, bounce off this platform and get a life. Carry on African TV.
Oh, before he goes, I want to add something. Maybe he could add it to it. So African TV, within your foundation, I can see that maybe this is your foundation, right? And you help our fathers do DNA, right? Is that right? Okay, I think that's a good thing.
That's part of the objectives. Thank you.
Okay, that's one of the objectives. So
Yes.
within the objectives, did you add like father's responsibility too? After the DNA is done, are they going to pay child support?
Thank you for that question.
Yeah.
Thank you. Now, you see, when the DNA is determined that the father is the actual person, is the father of the baby, then the mother knows that she's comfortably holding the man responsible as a father to do his duties. So, but without the DNA, boys can say, look, I had a case of a mother actually denying the paternity of her son's baby, or the girlfriend. The girlfriend claims that the son is the father of the baby. It's the mother of the boy here that engaged us to do the DNA, crying that she does not believe that the baby belongs to her son. So in every circumstance, DNA is beneficial to both parties. Now, a lot of gullites and wearies are typing, go and do your own son's DNA, do your mama's DNA, do your papa's DNA. Yeah, that's fine, because the more you type things like that, I understand your personality. I understand your mindset. DNA does not hurt anybody. It brings peace. It gives sanity to both parents and to the child. Now, if you don't do DNA for Liam, come 50 years, come 100 years, the story, people will choose their part of the story where they want to feel comfortable. But people like us, we urge that the DNA should be done, so that at least for the criminal part of the case, we can narrow down where to look. And in the case of Mohbad, where there is a possibility of a big royalty, the boy benefits without anybody being able to question or challenge his benefits. So if you're logically looking at the whole situation, you should be clapping and saying, hurry up and do the DNA, because there's so many issues around baby Liam that needs to be resolved. I wouldn't want baby Liam.
I don't mean to shut you. Thank you so much, African.
Go ahead. We're engaging. It's okay. Go ahead.
So there's something I want to say when it comes to Wumi and Liam. When it comes to Liam's DNA, I'm of Wumi's support, but I believe he has come to.
No, repeat yourself. Sorry, I didn't hear that word.
I said when it comes to this justice for Mohbad, everyone knows where I stand, and where we are at this point, I also believe that DNA needs to be done. And we should know, the problem I have with people is that we should know that Wumi is not the one stalling the DNA at this point. Whether she was running in the first place, however you want to put it, whether she didn't want to do it, she's now ready to do it. And in this, there's a process to it. And I love it when us intellectuals come together to reason, to analyze, and talk about this issue. we should be at least objective in what we are saying. She's not running from DNA. She said this thing needs to be done legally with the courts presiding over it. So there's nothing wrong. Now, Baba Mubad has come out himself and said he's the one stalling the process. So why is everybody saying, and Elegusi, whatever, Liam's father, Elegusi is Liam's father, whatever you want, you can say. I'm just answering someone in the question. I'm not going gaga on it. DNA will be done. No one is running from DNA. Maybe you should go and hijack your Baba. Let him get his legal team, whatever DNA team they want to get, so that this DNA will be done. And to not everything done behind closed door will be brought to you guys. It's results. If you have watched with Wumi's team, they always bring results. Do you think Wumi sits down and thinks she's not gonna? At this point, she has to declare her son's name. If not for anything, she has to declare her son's name. And African TV, I don't have any issue with you. But we know that Mohbad's death was a criminal. People were looking at the criminal aspect first before this DNA. There was nothing it has nothing to do with DNA until you and what you call it, BBM brought it up. I don't know who brought it up first, but it wasn't necessary at the point.
Can I correct that? Can I correct that?
Okay.
Can I correct that?
Go ahead.
So far, I'm with you on everything you said, 100%. You said Wumi is willing to do the DNA. My last contact, or my first contact with Mama Mohbad, confirms what you said, where she told me, she gave me a strategy that we could use to get or compel Joseph Aloba to do the DNA. Yes, so I agree with you. But when you say now that DNA was not an issue from the start, that is where we need to look into. First, DNA has always been part of the story. DNA was there from even before he died. Based on stories we've heard, him doubting the paternity of the child. Hey guys, get out of here now. Everybody go. Now, so DNA has always been there because if you've listened to the transcripts in court, if you've listened to Joseph Aloba's statements about infidelity, so DNA has always been part of it. It's not like we just came up with it and we started pushing it. For me, like I was saying.
Excuse me, please, can I type?
Hold on.
Yes.
Let him finish.
So for me,
hold on, allow him to speak. Prof 007, go on. Allow him to speak. Go on, Prof.
Thank you for the opportunity, the IT guy. I have listened to you since you started this show.
Let everybody else mute themselves. Let's hear from Prof.
And I've actually seen that you've stated clearly that you are a fact-based, you are based on factual evidence and what can be real and what you can lay your hands upon. As of now, I just wanted to say that I listened to AFTV and I think there is something I want to correct. That the DNA has been in contention even before the death of Mohbad is actually, it's something that cannot be proven as of this moment because it is based on speculations. You cannot give any factual evidence that that guy Mohbad was doubting the paternity of his son because he never granted any interview to that effect, and he has no document to show that in his lifetime he has ever doubted the paternity of his child.
Can I correct you here, please?
Okay.
No. African TV, let him land.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Prof, get it out of your chest.
Thank you, the IT guy. So I am saying, unless I have not seen it, unless it is brought out today, there has not been any factual evidence, whether by a document or by a statement that was made by Mohbad openly or that is
Behind closed
documented.
doors.
So everything that has been said concerning DNA is speculations, even by the father. The father said at a point that his friend told him. At a point, he said he told him, but that cannot be proved as of this moment. And even under oath in court, nobody can specifically say that Mohbad's dad said it in court, because most of us were not at that coroner inquest or any court or whatever. But we know that the family court gave a verdict. There was an agreement between the wife and the father-in-law that we want to do this DNA to get this issue of paternity out of our chest or out of the way. So what exactly is delaying this DNA test? Now, if it's being delayed, why do people still come online and still make this paternity about the death of Mohbad? There is no concrete evidence to make this issue about the death of Mohbad. I agree that yes.
Prof. 007, I need to stop you there.
Okay,
We
thank
are
you.
not asserting anything to do with DNA being part of whatever the case may be. Our discussion is just to touch on the surface on the requirements. Now, if Wumi Cynthia Adebanjo and Joseph Aloba are at loggerheads, and they've gone to the family court, and the family court has actually guided them because they've decided to kind of settle on their own terms, that the DNA needs to be conducted whichever way they agree, and we know that to be the case, then it means the DNA must be done. Now, anyone's assertion, anyone's usefulness of what it needs to be, I don't give a hoot. Nobody cares. But at the end of the day, the public are also have the unrest. And the unrest is people believe that whoever the father is the one that colluded with the woman in question and by the guy. And then Joseph Aloba also went out to say, once the DNA is done, he will tell us who by the son. So whichever way you look at it, there are interests left, right, and center. But yes, you are right. We need to be careful not to kind of base justice on DNA. But DNA is an item, is a factor. It's gone to the court. The guideline has been there. And unless anybody wants to correct me, Joseph Aloba may be the one stalling it. And like I said, I can be his lawyer if he needs so. He doesn't need any bloody lawyer for a DNA to be conducted as agreed by the court, whether one is done in Lagos, one is done in Ibadan. You take it to South Africa, you take it to America, you do 2 DNAs, and if there is no rogue trade in it, and you've taken your tissue and I've taken my tissue, and we take it anywhere, if it's 96%, you'll be 97% positive. If it's 0%, you'll be 0% on the other side negative. So what are we fighting? Why are we delaying it? And I said earlier, does Joseph Aloba know what we don't know? Does he actually know that the child belongs to Mohbad? And this is his last quest, attempt, energy, and support he needs to collect more money before he eventually does it and realize that it's a child that's going to inherit the father, as he probably championing, trying to inherit his own son, if the Liam is not the Mohbad's son. But when you look at it and you look at it critically, and I don't care whether you are a monkey, whether you are a gorilla, whether you are an elephant or a lion, the first thing you do in life as a human being, with flesh, blood, and water, humanly possible running through your veins, is to protect that boy. Even if you have to pretend to be the grandfather.
Exactly.
He did nothing of such. He allowed Comfy to drag Liam for so many months.
Thank you.
Allowed Boki Jesse, your number one blogger, to turn someone else's child to Papalolo.
Even in his presence.
That puts our own son in prison. When we see things that are wrong, we need to know that they are wrong. This DNA thing is a must. It is not a matter of life and death. And the court has got up to a point and said it needs to be done. And they know it needs to be done. Why is Joseph Aloba delaying it? You protect that child first. We saw the photo. We saw the joy on your face. We saw a selfie with Mohbad's neck poking from the corner. You holding Liam, smiling as a proud grandfather. Where did all that go? When you supporting Joseph Aloba, stop supporting evil. Doesn't really matter whether it's Cynthia's side you're on, whether it's widow victimization. Joseph Aloba, where is your integrity? Where is your integrity? You want to be famous? Wait. You will be more famous than anything else. Wait. You will get La Pew Pew. They will line up 10 some for you.
Don't divert it, Auntie. Keep going.
I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying?
Keep driving the car straight.
You know?
No diversion.
Thank you, Auntie. Thank you for the
You will
opportunity.
get all these things. That's what I'm talking about. Because I can feel Prof 007. But I
Don't cross it,
understand.
please.
I want him to
Keep going.
understand that when we talk about DNA on this
Auntie, you make me laugh. My
earpiece
earpiece fell off. You want to be famous?
Exactly. You know, he's more famous than Yomi Fabi. You know?
No.
Something I want to say to IT.
Yomi Fabi, he also came back.
Right?
Yomi Fabi, he also came out and said, do you know how many countries I traveled to? This man hasn't even gone to Moitala Mohammed Airport. He hasn't even been anywhere beyond Abuja. I'm also
No, he has gone to Ghana. He has been framed to Ghana.
Exactly.
He has gone to Ghana.
So, are you trying to tell me he's gone abroad? Yeah.
Ghana is abroad now. Which
That's
one
what I'm
is
saying.
Ghana is
He's gone,
abroad.
no, he's gone overseas.
Ghana is abroad. You like it
That's
or
what I'm
not?
saying. The famous man has gone overseas. When I make you carry on.
Yes.
So what I'm
Prof.
trying to say is that people should know that Wumi is not stupid. She's an intelligent woman. You're not gonna. Why she did what she's doing is that you're not just gonna put her in a corner and ask her to bring her child's. You know, bring me the child so that I'll take the child and do DNA. Who does that? She will go through the legal system to get it done. Now, let me assure you guys something. I don't know, but I know with or without Josie, that DNA will be done. So I don't know what people are rushing for. Just like we told you guys from the beginning, every time they rush and then everything will come out, things will come back out and banga, banga, banga. It was your father, Josie, who was lying. So be patient. The DNA results will come out. It will not be hidden. It will be plastered on your platforms. And this is going through legal proceeding. She can't just go to the court and say, "Can I have my husband's tissues? I want to go do."
Sorry guys,
no.
sorry guys. There are many of us. Too many hours. Tap. Let's take it to 55.
Yeah.
When I make it carry on 55K.
She can't just do that by herself.
Share with love. 55K. All right. Thank you.
There will be people to supervise it. The court has to accept her, whatever, and then before this thing can be done. So whether Josie like we would do DNA. We would do DNA whether he likes it or not.
Let's hear from Yeti, our future wife. Yeti, welcome. Good evening to you. Are you there? Right.
Yeah, I'm here. Good evening, sir.
Good.
This is what I will be saying.
You're joining the conversation. Which part do you want me to put you on the spot?
No. I'm following Queen Abiki.
Okay,
Like,
I'm gonna put you on
Abiki.
the
I just
spot.
want to
I'm
add to
gonna put you on
what
the
she's
spot.
saying.
I'm still gonna
I'm
put
just
you on
I
the
want to
spot.
add to what she's saying. I don't know why people are rushing.
Okay, let me put you on the
We will
spot.
not just.
Let me put you on the spot first before you
Okay.
react. Yeah, hold your thoughts. Now that you've joined, the topic today is, as you've been on this course for a while, you're in a position where you're at a makeshift dock, and on that dock, they gonna pull the carpet off your feet and you will not be able to come back out. You end up in the water. You have two boats. One is Supreme Iron Lady and the other is Latisne. Which one will you get on? Which one will you not? Why and why not?
I'm not going to get on any one of them.
Oh, you have to. You have no choice. You have to get on one.
I'm not going to get.
No, you
I would
will
rather
have
ride
to.
with. I would rather ride with IT
You
guy.
are not gonna go anywhere. You have to get on one.
I would rather drown.
And the one
Let me
you
drown.
IT, she has a choice not to get on. That's
I
what
will
you guys
rather
did to
drown.
me earlier.
You will sink.
She has
You
a
will
choice
sink.
not to get on.
You will sink.
Because they are just like.
Don't force us to go to any of the
You don't want to
devils.
lose your life, and you have to
No,
get on.
I would rather drown. You know why I said. Let me back it up. Let me back it up, sir.
Okay, hold
You
on.
know why I said I would rather drown.
Hold on. If you're going down that route and you don't like either of them, I know you're gonna give us the reason why not, but life is so beautiful. You still have to choose one at the end of the day. So go for it.
I don't want to. I don't think I would love to go with
All right,
anyone
go
of
for
them.
it. Go for it anyway. Go for it.
Do you know why I said I would not go?
Okay, go for
But
it.
I'm going to
Go
go
for it.
back to what Aristocrat said that time. For
Okay.
everyone that is calling Baba Mohbad house right now, that they have partaken, they knew about the fraud stuff behind the camera. Nobody is a saint right now.
God bless you. God bless you.
Oh, yeah, come fun oje, water. As you are dragging Baba, you're supposed to drag every one of them that was involved, that they did not come out to talk. Last year, November, last year, September, they knew about every stuff that was going on. And they were like, and you people, not me, I'm not part of, I'm for the widow, so it's not my business. So, but in your own house, so let me put it like in your own house, you people put your trust in them. You people you put everything related to this justice for Mohbad, you put it in them. You gave them that power. Even if they didn't make them the power of attorney or whatever, you people gave them the power. They see stuff you people did not see right from the start. So they cannot come out now and start because it didn't go the way they wanted it to go. You're supposed to drag their ass, drag them. In fact, the dragging is not enough. You're supposed to drag them by their pennies, hang them right from down like this, hang them up like this. Careful, once okay, bye. Kẹ́dórí wọn kọlẹ̀ báyìí.
Hey, on your uncle, Oko nìkan ló ń sọ.
Anyhow,
What about their boobs?
tó bá fi drag wọn.
On your one, my drag on your one.
Nobody is allowed to come out right now and start pointing fingers. You knew right from the start what was happening. You knew, even when people did not know, when they were saying they were walking on the ground, nothing is being done on the ground. So why the fuck are you not, okay, we are not supposed to call Satan. Why are you now saying something is happening now? Because you want people to, what, pity you. You want people to, you know something there. Everybody, cause cry everybody down in that.
No, they want to be the good. They want to be the good guys now.
I like the fact that
Let me now go back to
decided.
let me now go back to why I would not
You
be
have
riding.
decided to
You
be
know why I would not go
stubborn.
back to.
You
You know why I would not.
have decided to be stubborn.
Do you know why we not ride with Supreme or Mr. Lati or anything? Do you know why we not ride with them?
Yep.
At the end of the day, they knew right from the start what they were digging themselves into. Wumi is bad. Wumi is wicked. Wumi said right from the start that this man, you people are following. If you know him, you will condemn him. You will press his head. Wumi said it that you will press his, you will strangle him right from the start. Wumi said it. And you people decide to enter that boat. And that boat don't sink. See, this is why I will not ride with them. Oh. If you ride with them, you will drown. Let me cuckoo drown in my own way. Make lion chop me, make crocodile chop me, make I drown. Make I know say na me drown myself.
What are you saying here?
I will not drown myself than anybody drown me.
I
I
know
will
she
not
has
Okay,
a
drown
point.
myself.
okay. Before we move on, that is half of it. The other half of it is that I will just choose one personality out of the two because it will be boring. Let's just choose one. Have you heard of a guy called Sammy Jojo?
Yes, I've heard about him a lot of time.
Okay. Has it been useful to the cause? Is he shady? Is he an underground personality? Why does it just spring up every now and again and it's all over the place? What do you know about this guy?
To me, okay, you're not. It's no. Let me now go back to the fact that you see this supreme lady, this supreme and Lati. I will put Sammy Jojo and Arifa in the same contest. Let me put it like this: that Sammy Jojo, like, will I ride with one person, Sammy Jojo or Arifa? I would rather I will ride with Sammy Jojo. Let me put it like that. At least he has not given me any reason
All
for me
about
to be
Westo.
partying.
All about Westo. You must like
I don't
Westo.
know. I don't know Westo that much. I've heard
All right,
about
okay.
him.
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't know
carry on,
about
carry on.
Westo.
Carry
But
on.
I've heard about Arifa and I've heard about the shady and I don't like anything. If you have been linked to one shady stuff or not, I don't like it. Even if I don't like it. When you have to fabricate lies, you have to go and lie about something to bring something out. I've never heard that one about Sammy Jojo at all. To me, is upright, is everything. But let's go back to your Joe frame, Mr. Mobad. Let's go about him. Let's go back to him. You understand?
Who are we going back to now?
Your friend, your Baba Mobad.
Famous, our famous, our famous double dealer.
He knew right from the start what I said it on Papariano's platform. I said, NTOT, there's someone that has not dealt with $1,000 before, that has not dealt with $500 before. You people entrust $26,000 to that man's care. And you people gave him retirement. That man is never going to be poor till he die.
Do you also know, sorry to interject, when we got up to a point that we thought that particular inquest was going to be the last one, you should have seen Latisness platform, Comfy and a lot of them celebrating, saying that the money that is in Go Fraud Me and Access and Wema will be his retirement money. Can you imagine?
Let me just say this before I just end everything before because I'm enjoying I've just been laughing since morning. I'm enjoying this platform right now. This platform is sweetening me. It's sweetening my soul, it's sweetening my spirit.
We're the best in town.
I know they will come for me, my dear. You know this man in particular, you know when they say right from the start, let them say like, oh, I'm not like, let me use a door as an example. I said, oh, this door is a bad door. You know, you have not passed through that door. You don't know if the door is bad or not. They say, oh, this door, now bad door. If you enter, something will happen to you. And you just be like, until I witness it myself, oh, this door is not a bad door. This door is a kind door.
People, let's take it to 100K. We've been,
enter that door.
Let's take it to 100K. Let's carry on to 100K. These people keep bringing puzzle. I think I've really tried. And
There's no puzzle. They don't let anybody ride in any.
I'm enjoying my people. So please, tap for me. Thank you. Carry on.
As I was saying, I said this door now bad, now good. They have already warned you right from the start that this door is a bad door. But because of the vessel that was used in delivering the message that, oh, this door is a bad door, you people turned your eye on it. People like me, I used to think about something. A young girl, 23, 24 years old, is calling her father-in-law. Is saying her father-in-law is this, her father-in-law is that, her father-in-law is saying derogatory stuff. I used to hear about that stuff when they say, oh, a woman has issues with woman, not a woman has issues with a man. You understand? The man in the family is the one that calms stuff. He's the one that puts peace. He's the one that, is a father figure. The lady that is getting married into the family will rather have issues with a mother-in-law, not a father-in-law. You understand? And this girl came and started saying, Baba kinikon, Baba kinikon. Baba to wa kon yiniko. Baba gave you people hard knock on the neck. Shifts you people's back setting. It shifts your say, I'm so happy. I don't even follow Umi's case again. I follow on a case, I will be laughing in my sitting room. Not because Mohbad is not getting justice, and it's not my business. No, but because the way this guy is dealing with you and the insult is given on her back to back, it is sweet me. Back to back, it is sweetening my soul and my spirit. And that's my case. In fact, I'm not ready to rest my case yet because I still have something to say.
Wahala.
I'm not even ready to rest my case yet because I feel for Una. Let me say why I feel for Una. Women's people are insulting Una. Baba is insulting Una. You, Una, Joseph God is insulting Una.
Una selves.
they are insulting themselves, cursing themselves, serious cursing. Oh, guess what? We're playing your conscious. Oh,
Well, I to just see you. We did insult ourselves. Shanu now.
But that's African TV. Show
Shanu.
No. Ikoko wale right from the middle, east, south. I can just go and straight up. See, women is the epitome of God. They fight for people. You just they watch. Don't say anything. It will come on. The Baba will come alive and it will insult on water. Your so-called bloggers that you're supposed to be friends with, Kejoma, checking in, they will come alive. They will insult you. Your lawyers.
No, not only so. Then they petition us.
Your lawyers are not even looking at you. Your lawyers are not even attending to you. Your lawyers are not even sending you. Lawyer to send you.
Yeti, with the petition ourselves.
Queen Abiki,
what depression say?
Queen Abiki, Abishe, Wumi change the lawyer to me, Mosi,
Wumi let Tiro fún wọn ni Tiro ló ń ṣiṣẹ́.
Wumi
Tiro la máa fi
báyìí join platform kankan wọlé ní ọjọ́ mẹ́ta mo kàn jókòó ni mo kàn rẹ́rìn ni mo kàn wò ni torí ìyà tó ń jọta yín gan ti pọ̀ jù láàrin ara yín.
Ó pọ̀.
Ẹ dákun ẹ ṣàánú wa omi yọ lójú mi ẹ jọ̀ọ́ torí Ọlọ́run. IT mute these two women.
No,
IT mute them. I don't dey cry. See my eye. See my eye. They cry.
If I'm a blogger for Wunmi, this is the time for me to be on retirement. If I am a blogger for Wunmi, I will be on retirement. I don't go ask.
What you want retirement?
Hero. Where are Baba supporters? Oh, any Baba love.
Èpè labi ni wọ́n all Baba supporters
our science students are represented. Science students are here. Vengeance.
Wọ́n bí mẹ́ta là kàn fi pa orí pláfọ́ọ̀mù ẹ̀ ló lè dúkùú ló máa ti máa sọ ọ̀rọ̀ wí. Wọ́n bí wèrè dà kó bọ́ sí irú bí.
Queen Abiki
ló máa ṣe iṣẹ́ ìlú kígbe. Máa wẹ gbogbo òfò tó sì kù yẹn. Máa wẹ fún.
All right, let's hear from Prof. 007. Everybody, mute yourself. Go on, Prof.
Thank you. You see, I just want to say at this point, because as we can see, majority of the bloggers, personalities that are involved in this case, that are with Baba, at this point, most of them have lost their integrity. Most of them have lost their relevance and all that. So at this moment, I just want to say
what have they lost again?
Integrity, relevance, We know that it's
Are you sure
obvious.
they add anything near integrity? Never say gritty.
Let's say we are giving them
So they add
a
integrity.
benefit of doubt, But at this point,
If
we
they
can
add
actually
integrity,
say,
it's integrity.
Prof, they are shopping for the gritty. They have Inter, they came with Inter,
The
they're still
gritty is
shopping for the
perfect.
gritty.
Anyway, carry
okay,
on. So that
okay,
yeah,
okay,
I just want to inject that little bit of laugh into it. Carry on.
okay. Let me agree with you on that. Now, what I will say is, I would say African TV. I know you have, you know, a great deal of future in front of you, and you still have reason to still go into a lot of things. But I would just like to advise that going forward, you know, when you go into these kind of cases and issues, you go, with your integrity, with everything that you built. And if one is not very careful, things like this, not be able to recover it. So I would just advise that if in future, in the nearest future, you want to go into issues like this, you want to, advocate,
Prof.
please,
007. Prof. 007. Sorry for
yes.
interjecting. Have you heard for about justice for Bamishe?
Yeah, I had,
Do you know African TV's involvement in it?
yeah, I
Was
think
it
I heard
successful?
about it.
Was it successful?
Yes, I guess
You
to an
can't
extent
you
it
can't teach the
was.
professor how to deliver just
No,
because they've
no,
hijacked
listen,
African. No, hold on,
IT
hold
guy,
on,
you
hold on,
don't know where
hold
I'm
on. I will
going.
allow you to carry on. Just because they've maligned his character and they've dragged him and they've destroyed him, or they attempted to destroy him, and they put everything out. Now, what this man did on Justice for Bamishe, towards the end, they still went in there to want to claim the glory. How about that? Aries created natural, and natural then said, they are the ones that are going to do this, do that, do that. On the 7th of May or wherever, they're going to read they read it and they locked the guy up and they dropped him in there. So what was Aries and everything they did against African TV for natural to be Dululu as a Gololite to put herself up forward and use her name in foundation and now saying from now on we take over. You want to take over 2 days before they're going to reel out the ruling that nobody can contest, that we knew exactly what it's going to be. And nobody celebrated this man. And you, you
I'm
cannot come
sorry.
here and
You've
come and
not allowed
advise
me
African
to
TV. You
wait.
just need
You've
to
not allowed
go,
me
you
to
need to just
to
move
say,
forward. Don't come and advise
listen.
African television here because
IT,
you cannot advise people.
let him
IT guy,
finish.
let me
You can't.
finish, please. Let me
Yeah,
finish.
but
I believe
carry
I
on.
believe
You
African
carry on.
TV
You carry
will
on.
understand where I'm coming from. Listen, there is
Yeah.
no advice that goes to waste. Now I'm a small boy. African TV is not a small boy, and I'm not treating him as just such. I'm just trying to just give him a perspective of the fact that you know where you are coming from. I believe he has learned one or two lessons from this J4head. When you go into a case, you understand the tough. Take your time to understand the case, then you go into it, and the kind of people you mingle with, you take on board to do these things. I believe he has learned some lessons going forward, and I know
Prof,
that, yeah, yeah.
Prof. Let me sing to you. Then I will tell you my position on what you're saying. Que sera, sera.
Whatever
Whatever
we
will
be,
be, will
We will
be.
the
see.
future taught us to be.
Que
Sarah,
Sarah,
Sarah.
Sarah,
sera,
whatever will
sera.
be,
What will
the
be,
future
Hey, this
taught us
platform,
to be.
will
oh.
be.
Sarah,
What else can I do? So,
Clap for him.
Sarah. So, Prof, your advice is well noted. Your advice is well noted. I see it coming from a brotherly point of view. However, the Mohbad case is 1 in a billion. Nobody's ever been through this. I did not know, or I don't know anybody who can say they've gotten involved with the father, the mother, the in-law. The way this case is, and me coming into it, let me tell you, frankly, coming into Mohbad for me was one of my giving back to Nigeria. I'm looking to retire in Nigeria. I'm developing things in Nigeria. I'm bringing my station to Nigeria. I'm building chains of hotels and other businesses. So for me, I cannot just come to Nigeria after some 40 plus years and not fight for Nigeria. So that was one of the motivation for me. Like, you know what? Let's go and fight for this country. Let's do our own little bit. But unfortunately, I have come to discover that there are so many unscrupulous Nigerians that would even use death. No, let me even tell you. You see, and let me advise other people the way you've advised me. Let me advise other justice fighters. I have come to learn one thing. When there is a situation of death, by the unlawful death by the police, unlawful death or mysterious death in Nigeria, any justice fighter, be very careful. The families in Nigeria have this sense of entitlement. They feel like, oh, we've lost somebody. Now you want to fight for us. You have to give us 5 million. You have to provide 10 million. Our generator is broken down. No school fees. So there is this mindset that justice fighters have to be very careful of. These people feel entitled because they see you diasporians or well-wishers. They want to see you as Goliaths. They want to take from you. So the Jobad situation, me getting caught up in it, how could I have ever imagined that people would be trading and looking to make money off of the death of a young child, even an old man, even a baby? Death is not a thing you look into as an opportunity to make money, unless you're a coffin maker. You know, so for me, or you're a mug. So for me, your advice is cogent. I accept everything. But the song says, whatever will be, will be. My mind is pure. My intentions are good. My goodwill is free. So, and that's what I'm going to remain. They say I'm not a politician, and I don't aspire to be one. I shoot straight. If you offend me, I will curse you right back right then, and it's done. I'm not going to plan to hurt you, to kill you, I don't do this second guessing, manipulating people. What you get is what you see. That's me. So my brother, thank you again for the advice. But I've also advised everybody that wants to get involved in any foundation or helping Nigerians. Just be a little bit careful, because they have this sense of entitlement. And I can tell you about 5 cases that I've been involved with. In most cases, the government, when they're involved, they immediately want to give the family 5 million naira. Oh, go and do the burial, blah, blah, blah. From there, the family starts thinking money. And then when celebrities come around or Goliaths come around, these people, that's when they want to tell you their school fees is not being paid for 1 year, the house rent is about to be eviction. So you have to factor all these things. And not that we don't give them money. I've given my money to where I'm even in debt. But every case is different. And they always want something. They always want something. So that's the advice that I can give based on your advice. Because I went in innocently just to help. Spending my money, spending my time, using my network. I went in innocently. I didn't think anybody would be planning, to backstab me, to lie on me, to sell me out, to nickname me and give me false names. All that shit happened. But you know what? I'm still here and I give God glory. Thank you. IT, your floor.
Let's have a lady that joined just now, Kitchen Net. Let's have you, please, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
All right, welcome.
I really,
to guys platform.
I really enjoy you today, and I follow you.
I want everyone to keep tapping until we take it to 100K, because if they drop,
and I follow you, and I follow you immediately. My question is,
all right, carry on, my lady. Sorry.
Yes, I think I really appreciate your illustration today, because you nailed everything to the wall. In life, we need to be transparent, and our integrity must not be at stake. Now, my question: what about the bullying aspects? When I watch all this whatever, nobody is saying the bullying aspects. A lot of people are trying to put the bullying aspects under the carpet. What about the bullying aspect? We are not saying anything about it. Thank you.
Okay, oh, thank you for that. I really like that. You see, this is where we are in Justice for Mobad. When this whole bullying aspect actually started, and what you constitute cyberbullying and all that kind of stuff, started with Comfy in the beginning, dragging a child, a minor, by the name Liam, who is Mobad's son, as far as I'm concerned, until proven otherwise. And then you did that. Joseph Aloba, who should be the grandfather of this child, turned blind eyes, blind ears, blind nose, blind iroro, and blind everything. And then he acquired a blogger since the inception by the name of Buki Jesse, who did the same thing and labeled the child Papalolo. Joseph Aloba also, on the sideline, decided not to say anything. Go back to the picture. Anyone who has the picture, if you bring it up, I will put you on a big screen, or even if we don't do big screen. You know why? Mobad did a selfie. He was in the left-hand corner. Joseph Aloba was there smiling. You can see his teeth through the darkness. It wasn't a very bright picture. Holding Liam, smiling as a proud grandfather. And that is the man you need to ask the question. We cyberbully ourselves. Even Arifa cyberbullied Obelegushi by fabricating all sorts of jargons and creating a nomenclature of the truth.
Sorry for the interjection. You are not getting me right.
Yes.
I'm not talking about all this after Mubad death. I'm not talking about all these bullying people. I'm talking about Mubad himself. The bullying aspect of his life.
No. Let's slow down. The bullying aspect has been addressed. The bully aspect, we're still talking about it. The petition was put out. Petition fizzled out. Whether he saw it through or he didn't see it through, nobody knew, the family, when this was happening. Retrospectively, after the demise of Mobad, may his soul rest in peace, we then got library information, library photographs or videos or audios. Now, there's nothing we can do about that at this point in time. Maybe Mr. Joseph Aloba may have been steadfast when he collected the public money, and you should have used that money judiciously to wake up the petition. He should have got his lawyers in there to get to the bottom of the whole situation, to actually call Obelegushi. Obelegushi itself is not someone who is protected to a point where he can't answer to the lawyers, even if he has to use his own legal people. So the process is there. The opportunities were lost. It's still not too late. But there's no money in the coffers right now for Joseph Aloba to now go and do what he should have done in the first place. So the bullying aspect of things was addressed. It fizzled out. And I don't think you can blame the police for a petition that went this way, that way, and fizzled out. It will
Thank you, IT guy. Sorry for the interjection. I love to interject. I'm so sorry.
Go on.
And now, I want to ask a question. Oh my God. Now,
carry on.
All these cyber bullying, front and back. My question now. So now with all this shenanigan now, who are the victim of this JFM.
Who are the victims?
Yes.
You and I. Everybody that contributed money to Joseph Aloba and his comrade. Everybody
God
that
bless you.
everybody
Thank
I'm
you
not
that
so
part of
much.
you. I'm not part of you.
everybody that's
No,
been hold
Yeti,
on,
let me tell you
finish.
something.
Yeti, eh?
Sorry,
Let me
IT.
finish
Let
first.
me tell you something, JT.
Ask the
I'm sorry
question.
for I'm IT.
Let
I'm
me
sorry, JT. Let me tell you something. Directly or indirectly, we are all victim because somebody in question they play us and they know where they're going to. We are all
No,
victim.
no, no. They play
Our
you.
tab,
Not me.
our tab,
Not me.
Okay,
yes,
why are we here? Why are
your
we
Not
here?
me.
What are we
Not
doing
me.
here?
Right from
Okay,
the
what are we
start.
doing here?
But ma,
What are
I
we
don't
doing
argue,
here?
ma. I don't argue, ma. Let me let.
Let me tell you something.
Yeti,
They
calm
play
down.
with our mental health. I'm telling you, I'm not talking
Paparano.
about the
Let's
monetary
get Paparano on.
aspects now.
Hold on.
About our mental health,
Hold
they
on.
play us. But thank God we are ill.
You
We are
will
all
speak.
ill now.
Well, you will speak. You will speak. Now, we have all been at the receiving end of this situation.
No.
Whether we having sleepless nights and we are angry about something, they've touched our mental health. Whether we are disgruntled about something, whether we come up on a panel, whether we go and fight people, whether we get dragged, everyone's a victim simply because we did not expect these people not to show every aspect of responsibility. We did not know that they were going to be irresponsible. So we've all been at the receiving end. That's why on on Paparano's platform yesterday, when that guy said we've all been played, and Paparano was trying to do exactly what Yeti, your future wife, is saying today. Oh, not me, not me. We have all been played. You
Let
know
me
why
put
we've all
it.
been played?
I'm sorry, sir. Let me
Let me
put this
finish.
to
You will
you.
speak. You will speak. You will speak.
Okay, sorry, sir.
The reason why I believe we've all been played is that, let me tell you how people play you. If someone never had an intention of roguing you, you then trust them, they somehow found an opportunity to now mago you, opportunity to now play tricks on you, opportunity to now mislead you. They have played you not because you are stupid, because you did not see it coming, because you would not have seen it coming. Why? You would have trusted them to do the right thing. And when that guy was on Paparano's platform, said they played us, and Paparano is trying to exonerate himself to say it's clever, it cannot be played. We were played because we never knew, we never thought, we've never seen something like this before. We've never even seen something like this where the Black app brought us together across the globe, us Nigerians, with this common quest and interest. So let's try and just look at this with a little bit of CS. That little CS there is saying we were sakamajade not because we are foolish, not because we did not trust them. We actually trusted them because we believe the civil thing to do will be there will be transparency. We don't have to fight for accountability until we start seeing the mago mago. So they played us. They played us. We are the receiving end. You are angry. You've left this place. When was the last time people engaged properly? You go to that platform, they drop you. You say something on comment section, they block you. They bring you up, you speak for 5 minutes, they drop you. The landlords and the landladies sit in the panel for 7 hours, 17 hours. They won't let you speak. We are all at our receiving end. Our mental health. Go to sleep. Be strong. Do anything. You're still going to sit on a window even if you don't join the platform. You're still going to listen. You're still going to get frustrated. And this is where the problem is. When we say they played us, it's not that they are clever. They found an opportunity. And they decided to rogue us because why? They are not operating alone. All sorts of dangerous ideas, coaching and teaching them. There was Gurexi. There was Supreme Iron Lady, who was part of the African television's movement. There was Gurexi there out of nowhere. And people start defecting. People start going the other way. People start setting themselves up. Okay, if they want to, they should. But should they do it the way they did it then and still doing it now? Still in the background? Still roguing people? Still lying to people? Still maligning people's character? Jumping in and out of bed with one another? We've all been played. We are not stupid. The British government plays the people. Are you trying to tell me now that the Labour government is not playing us? Nigel Farage and his party have actually come up with the same hate traits, the same process now that Labour is jumped on the bandwagon for. People across the globe, you fool them to come to your country, to come and clean the asses and the buttocks of your fathers and your mothers. The people you are not supreme enough, civil enough, the people you can't stand, the people you throw into the garbage. And these are Africans who are going to come and come to your country, and you're going to tell them in 5 years' time you'll be able to get your stay, you'll get a breathing space, a breather. Are you telling me that the British government haven't played us? Are you telling us they haven't played the citizen? Do you think the citizens are stupid? When they came, when they sold their land, borrowed money from the bank, come here and settle down, and you telling them in 5 years' time they'll be free? And then you telling them they're going to be in bondage for another 5 years. We've been played. We are not stupid. But the system changes. The system is manipulative. The system is persuasive. Conservative were in there. They're playing with us. They got us in. They got everybody to almost push themselves to a point of suicide when they got to England and realized that this England is not as sweet as they thought. And they're waiting and counting the days. And some people are about to sign on the paper in a week's time, in 2 months' time, about to get their freedom to be able to do other things. And then maybe you get more people in and then give them 10 years. Allow the people that have suffered and get their 5 years to do this. This is how they play you. Because at the time, it was a different government. Because at the time, it was a different Joseph Aloba that we saw in that singlet. Impoverished. Looking like someone who needs help. Looking like someone who is 90. Joseph Aloba looked like a 90-year-old man. At the time. Are you trying to tell me it's the same Joseph Aloba that has been groomed and schooled by Gurexi today? He's now obtained his freedom. Gurexi is no longer useful to him. We've been played. We've been played. We've been rogued. And we need to accept the fact that we have been played. Otherwise, none of us will be here. I rest my mic. Anybody.
I'm sorry, sir. Do you know why I said I don't think I'm part of those that have been played? And I'm not trying to say, oh, you people were taken for something else or anything. I just feel like I'm not part of those that have been played right from the start. Because when I heard about this case was last year, September, and I had to go and think. And I still go back to the fact that my thinking was this. The tendency is high for a lady getting married into a house to have issues, to start having issues with the mother-in-law, not the father-in-law. You understand? And I went back again and I started thinking. I started looking at Baba Mohbad's, videos right from the start and everything. I noticed one thing. You see, fear anybody that is about to start a conversation and is using Bible as a shield. You're supposed to say, this word is white. And you're telling me, in the book of Colossians, chapter 5, verses 10, the Bible said, a word can be white and also can be black. That is when anything related to being a pastor or calling someone a man of God, you understand? I'm always feeling cringy towards it. I can say that I've not been played. And the reason why I said I have not been played is that I saw this man for who he was. And I said it on Papariano's platform then. I said it's better for people to start detaching themselves, because the way it's going to come crashing on you, you people are going to feel it. I said it then. And some people came for me and they said I was being biased, I was this, I was that. I said,
Remember, some people feel played that Wumi is got a wig factory and selling wig and all this kind of stuff, and the money was collected on Justice for Mohbad too.
let me put this to you. I'm still going to, no, sir. I'm still going to go back to that case. I'm still going to go back to Wumi's past and Wumi's side. I'm talking about the man that didn't come to the justice with 1,000 naira and is about to get away with $26,000. That's a huge amount of money. Now let's go back to Wumi's case. Nobody, one of us, no GoFundMe was created for Wumi. And I'm going to go back to our case because everybody is clamoring for the DNA test or anything. Wumi's fine.
When did Wumi find the money she used to set up wig now?
I don't know where she got her money from.
The money was raised on Temi's platform.
I don't know where she got her money from.
Yeah, I'm just telling you.
Let me come in with that.
Yeah, Queen Abiki, yes.
When it comes to the money that she used to start her business, yes, well wishes, good support. Not even every supporter knew about what was going on. Like Yeti, you can see she's ignorant about that whole thing. She doesn't know whether money was raised. People decided that they wanted to contribute to her once and for all, for her to start something so that she does nobody will keep coming over for me by. And since then, it seems she's been doing fine. Unlike Baba, we decided she did not come to us and say, oh, Efumilowo. She never came and asked anyone. But when someone needs something, out of the people, out of the people supporting her, you see her, you know her. When she's talking, she may not ask. But we saw that in order to avoid her from depending on us, we decided that, okay, we're going to contribute something for her to start a business. And yes, exactly, Escape. She has a child to feed. And I don't think everyone, like, we want to be contributing 100,000 Nibi or every goddamn time. No. You got to use what you got to do something, right? So, yeah, we decided to come together.
I mean, for me, sorry, Queen Abiki, I don't have any issues with it. I just want us to have a balance when we...
Yeah. And so that's how Wumi's own happened.
Yeah, so for me, I look, I care less about all this old situation. But when Mago comes into it, then an issue. Yeah, people should benefit. People should move on. If the death of Mohbad, may so rest in peace, turns out to be natural when it did, everybody will support which camp they want to support, and we would have moved on. Maybe annually we come back again, and Wumi would have actually benefited from it. Jobad would have benefited from it if he needs be, or what have you, and the rest of it and all that. But we are in a different space now, and let's be balanced in the way we look at things.
Yeah. And that's why I'm trying to contribute.
We should never look at
IT. The money we contributed went straight to her account. There was no GoFundMe opening for nothing.
Yeah, you see what I'm trying to say. What is good for
Temi did not accept any money on her platform. Everyone was
what is good for the goose is good for the gander.
Yes.
And at some point,
we contributed directly to Wumi's account.
And I appreciate that.
Exactly.
People will have to move on at some point. The family will have to move on. Wumi herself will find someone. She will engage, get married, or whatever the case. Joseph Aloba would have actually shagged the entire Ikorodu women by now. And on the Lapiopio on Justice for Mohbad money.
Baba na international Lapiopio.
He cannot, he's talking about his cocoa that is dangling left, right, and center. He cannot even tell us what he did with the money in Access or Wema bank account. He cannot even tell us what he did with it. So, I'm not dragging him or castigating him. But where we are right now, he He was, because I don't think he is anymore. He was the CEO of Justice for Mobad.
CEO.
Disgracefully, he showed us that Justice for Mobad, J4M, and JFM Limited is gone bankrupt. It's gone bankrupt under the guidance of Joseph Aloba, who allowed Muiwa in America to be his aficionado on the
But IT, I want to interject in
whatever
this.
to it.
Do you guys believe that, like, for those justice for Mobad people,
100K.
does anyone
100K,
believe
tap,
that?
100K, carry on.
Does anyone really believe that Muiwa, if there was anything, if they have squandered the money, Muiwa did so without the knowledge of Jobad? Does anyone believe that Muiwa was able to do that?
You see, the thing is, let's be candid and let's not be childish. And let's understand that Light Off had this thing in a limbo sitting somewhere. They collected small money on another GoFundMe, a proper one. And then Muiwa got them to close it. And then whilst they're talking and trying to figure out how they're going to do it, Light Off came into play. Decided to put a lifeline and what she's worked for and a character on the line. And on that GoFundMe, Joseph Aloba's name was clearly there. Muiwa's name was clearly there, including Buki Jesse and Light Off. And there's no way anybody can tell anybody that Joseph Aloba did not know what was going on. There's no way Joseph Aloba will not know when the lawyers have to attend to my action to block the GoFundMe until they tell us truly what they want to do with it, until they tell us whether they've already started withdrawing money from it. And I pulled my money out, and that raised alarm bell. And I told this GoFundMe people, these guys are setting this thing up to defraud Nigerians. And then when they put it on pause, and we did not know, they got their lawyers. For them to have got their lawyers who are advocating on Joseph Aloba's behalf, there is no way Joseph Aloba will not know that be the case that they are going to get the lawyers to lie on a letter to GoFundMe, to defraud Nigerians for that. And even when Crunch Queen and Director, Chairman Mayegun, Dr. AO or OA that he calls himself, decided that they don't want to have anything to do with it, they did not tell us that thievery is already started. They've already started engineering and orchestrating thievery because they went on Paparano's platform to say you can't cry more than the bereaved, and they don't have a reason to give anybody. Muiwa said it. He doesn't have to give anybody any accountability. And that is the moment I saw red, I go straight on my phone and say, I need my money out of this shite. I could not wait until I got the notification, got my money out of it, and I told them exactly what we think is going on, because already shenanigans already ensued, because people have already started asking questions about Access and Wema, and we can't get answers. The likes of people that said it was me that advised him to create Access account are already started banging their heads against themselves in the background. So the normal account is the virtual account. Obviously, it's been compromised already. So he knew 100% exactly what was going on. And then when they transferred that money, when they showed us accountability, why did they Tipex everything? Tipex in green, Tipex in yellow, Tipex in red? Of what date? Of what notion? Of what guys? You want to show us accountability? I only need one aspect of that money coming out of that account. Just one. Tell me what you used it for. Because it's past. Because it's not 5K. It's not 5 million. It's not 1 million in terms of naira. It's not 5K. It's not 6K. It's money for this one to go and lap pew, for this one to book hotel, for this one to pay school fees, money for this one to go and have healthcare treatment, money for Joseph Aloba to go to Abuja, money to go and drink Gulda. Because that's what you're going to find in this situation. And Joseph Aloba, you've got your name on it. Buki Jesse. You can rope your chest and chest your lies from now till tomorrow. You are accountable. You are accountable. If you promise the public that you're going to go there and go and bring transparency, you are culpable. When you walk away without telling the public, they've already started thievery. This is the thing. Every single one of them, Buki Jesse said, I know everything that has been coming out and going out. He said it herself. Let people go and look for the recording. I'm telling you, we will give you accountability. I know every penny that is coming and going out of that GoFundMe. She said it. Can she not even tell us whether they know the end of the day? Have they paid lawyer? They haven't paid lawyer. Oh, lawyer won 10 million. Well, we paid the lawyer 10 million. No, you haven't paid the lawyer 10 million. Money is flying left, right, and center. They are using this money to lap pew, to buy shirts, put petrol in their cars, send money to the stinking stinkers. The stinking stinkers, the useless Akpere basket case stinkers are all impoverished group of young men that don't have anything of virtue, of future to look forward to. No plans in life, nothing. They just want to curse themselves and sit on justice for Mohbad. Some of them are barely even 26 or 27 or 28 beyond Mohbad's age. These are people with no future. These are people with no dreams. These are hopeless Nigerians who suddenly just found something. And then we can just befriend this man. They send him phones. They are taking the phones left, right, and center. They are sitting there. They are logging into the Black App account, pilfering money, transferring money to their account, cashing out left, right, and center. Joseph Aloba knew about it, but he will tell you, I'm foolish, I don't go to school, I'm just a carpenter. But you are a carpenter, but you know how to knock. A carpenter, you can do threesome. You know how to knock threesome. And when you're looking for excuse, you're going to come and tell us you are a carpenter. And you are knocking. And when you are knocking, you know when to use rubber. You know when not to use rubber. You are then knocking threesome. Allegedly, you're even removing all manners of fetuses in places all over the place. One single finger cannot even penetrate your anus anymore. It has to be an entire head of a goat. I beg, carry on, Queen Abiki.